Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last episode, we defeated Goat, the greatest of all time, and we cleared out the Snowhead Temple, and so spring has finally sprung at last. In this episode, we're going to go around the mountain area and do some, finish some stuff up around here in the mountains, some stuff we need to do. Yeah, those are just, I think our first encounter of the bees was in the Woodfall Temple, but yeah, this would be our, I guess probably our third encounter if we have encountered, or our second one. We're gonna go back to the mountain smithy because it's time to upgrade our sword. So, anyhow, Gamora, adventure customer, some coffee quick like. Now then, let me take a look at your sword. Alright, to reforge your sword, it will cost you 100 rupees. It'll be ready at sunrise. You'll have to let us hold on to your sword until then. Keep in mind that after you use your reforged sword 100 times, it'll lose its edge and it'll be back to its original sharpness. Oh my god, I can't even speak today. Just a fair warning, folks. I am a little tired as fuck. I woke up very early in the morning, and, was still feeling very drowsy when I got up, and, it's kind of, my words are not gonna be, my speech is a little bit, impaired somehow. I mean, well, maybe not by much, though, but, well, at least we're trying to find some stuff there to say, so, I might slur my words quite a bit here. I might have some brain farts, and I wouldn't read the dialogue pretty well. So, just bear with me on this one, folks, because, I was just tired as shit, because, just having to go to work. So, before we go onwards, and, before we forget, because Lord knows that I would definitely forget here, we have to go back over to Turn of the Stray Fairies. Darmani, what in the world have I been doing this whole time? I can't remember a thing since I went out to look around Snowhead to figure out why spring wasn't coming. What am I doing sitting in a place like this? Oh, well, you actually did kill the greatest, the renowned Gorn here. Ah! Anyway, you guys totally didn't see that there. So yeah, what we're gonna do, before I forget, we need to turn in the Stray Fairies to get our next upgrade that we need to get. And this one, we're definitely gonna need for the rest of the game, especially for the rest of the game. And also for what else comes afterwards. So let's go ahead to the site of Snowhead Temple, and there it is. There's Fairy's Fountain, and we'll go ahead and turn all the Stray Fairies to see where the next upgrade is going to be. And in addition to having just been like very drowsy, like having to get up early in the morning, like I'm exhausted. After work, it's been quite a stressful day. But anyway, let's see what the next upgrade is. Oh, wise young one, I am the Grey Fairy of Wisdom. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. As thanks, I shall enhance your magic power. Alright, so she is going to enhance our magic power. It's basically an extended upgrade of our magic meter. There we go. See, now we have a full upgrade of that, and pretty early of that too. So yeah, we are definitely going to need that one. And it's always best to go for that one first, because there is one kind of optional minigame. I don't like how Goron's the Goron's eyes are just are popped out like that. It's freaky looking, honestly, the way I see it. It is, but anyway, most importantly, so we got the magic upgrade. Yeah, we are definitely gonna need something like that here. It's as a matter of fact, I would say definitely go for it. Like I wouldn't just recommend it here. You absolutely have to, because because that's the Because especially with the rest of the game, you're gonna need a magic meter. Sorry, my commentary is absolute shit right now. So the thing with the Big Ron is that apparently he didn't remember things. So I guess it's very much implied that he was brainwashed or was cursed by the Skull Kid or Majora's Mask itself. I mean that's definitely a real great assumption, or might as well be. All right, so now that our magic meter has been extended, we can go ahead and head back over to the central area, because because there's actually one thing we need to do here. Yeah, this whole area looks absolutely different. Whenever it's springtime, for what we saw around like when it was all snowy and all that, and now the snow and ice is melting, and so it does look very different. Oh, hey, it's the noisy Goron baby. Ah, Darmy. Now that it's nice and warm out, it's much better, or I'm much better. Even if my daddy isn't right beside me, I won't be selfish and cry. So, now that spring has come, the Goron races should be starting soon. But this rock is in the way, so I can't get in to see the race. And spring's just started too. I was so excited, but there's nothing I can do. I had a... fucking crying. I thought you said you're not gonna be selfish and cry about you fucking lying. Ugh. Now it makes me want to cry just having to hear that again. By the way, folks, make sure you want to be careful as you go along, because now that the so this is all a pond now. Oh yeah, there's a regular Wolfo. So Laura didn't watch it yet. Yeah, it's very much the same as White Wolfos, but this is actually our first encounter with the regular Wolfos. I mean, we did see them in the that shooting gallery minigame, but this is our first encounter with them as an enemy. They're very much the same as the White Wolfos, but they're a little weaker actually, because I guess we encountered the White Wolfos pretty early there. Also, these are Gways. They're also returning an enemy from Ocarina of Time. Just like before, they are still annoying as shit. And I think this also applies in this game, where if you kill up to 10 of them, then a giant Gway appears, and they're a little stronger. And then you have to well, you just have to kill them like a couple times. They do make for good rupees though, but they're still annoying as shit. But yeah, you want to make sure to be careful as you go along the bridges, because it will has Goron Link, because the Gorons they will sink like a rock if they go in the water, and you lose health as a result. So we're gonna go back into the Goron Shrine here, and oh, there's the Elder again. Let's go and talk to him, see what he has to say.
Oh, Darmani, I've been waiting impatiently for you. I have been waiting for your arrival ever since I heard the news. I had heard that you, the one whom I once thought to be dead, had sealed out the blizzard that was blowing in from Snowhead. Thanks to you, spring has come to Goron Village. Everyone is pleased.
The greatest Goron hero of all, that's Darmani! The immortal Goron who is not dead even if he has died, that's Darmani! The star whom we wish upon, that's Darmani! Darmani, greatest of Gorons! Greatest of Gorons! Darmani is the greatest in the world! Greatest in the world!
My son got better immediately. He went to see the Goron races that celebrate spring. This time, I, the protector of this tribe for so many years, choose to yield the seat of a tribal patriarch to a younger one. The Goron who makes calm decisions, yet boasts courageous determination and can take care of all, shall be the patriarch. The chosen one, Darmani, is you! There could be no other. What do you think? If it's you, everyone would happily accept you as the patriarch. What? You need not answer so quickly. Go into the Goron race. Think it over slowly. I am awaiting a thoughtful response.
Well, I mean, that would be nice, except, maybe just, let's not save it. It actually would have been just, like, absolutely, awkward at the same time to actually just take on the mask and show the real self, and it'd be devastating too, but I don't do that. I'm not cruel. I would never do that. Also, if you guys just heard us now, I don't know what it was, but this, I don't know if it's some kind of glitch though, but for some reason, despite the fact that it's nighttime, the overall music just started playing somehow. Like, it's not supposed to. It's supposed to be no music whatsoever in the overworld, and then once I went outside, then the overall music actually started playing, like, even at nighttime. That's odd. I mean, not going to complain about it, though, but, I mean, it's just odd at the same time, because it usually isn't supposed to. Alright, so the first thing we got to do something about that boulder. So this here is Medigoron. I'm the Goron who sells a powder keg, the most famous product of the Gorons. Alright, so what we got to do is that we have to go in and take a powder keg here. What he's doing, though, is that he's actually giving us a test run to see if we're capable of carrying powder kegs. And so basically, to just be able to get over. What he'll do is that he'll give us this, and this long matchstick, or that match torch you see right here. It's actually like the longest one. Like, it has a good length, so that way we'll have plenty of time to get over to where the boulder is at the entrance of the racetrack. And so, I didn't mean to talk to you. So that's what I gotta do, just to carry it over, and then the powder kegs, they are very volatile. They have a bigger exploding range, and you want to be careful just going near them. And they also explode instantaneously if you shoot a fire arrow at it, or at least a regular arrow. That's what it was. So yeah, you're given plenty of time here because of how long that end rope is, and you can see here. And so once we actually pass the test, then we have to go back over to Medigoron and let him know. And then that way there he'll give us a certification to be able to use powder kegs from here on out. And unlike with a lot of other things, the certification is actually permanent. So that way there, like even if you restart a new cycle, you'll still have the certificate with you. They can keep. And then whenever you decide to purchase powder kegs, then they'll still give it to you or just sell them to you. So you won't really lose that one even if you restart a new cycle. And so you want to go ahead and just be careful there and make sure you don't drop it either because you have to start the whole thing all over again because it's kind of a long road to get over to there. And you also just have to toss it up to these slopes or the ramps right over there so we can just get across. Then throw that up there. And then we should just about be almost done with this here. Alright, so go into just place it right next to the boulder. Yeah, because honestly though, like I had to just keep it as far away as possible. So that way there I wouldn't really take any damage. And yeah, I decided to jump out right here because you know how because of the length of it. Alright, we don't hurry, the race will start. Come on, hurry. Alright, so now we can go ahead and okay, look at the way he runs. Like, I don't know, it's just like he kind of runs a little silly. Like, I know he's a baby and all that, but you know, it just kind of looks like a silly animation at the same time. Alright, and so just to make sure I don't forget, because that's why I decided to go there right away. We're gonna go ahead and let him know, so that way there he'll certify us to be able to use powder kegs from now on, and so we can be able to do that. And having to use the powder kegs is going to be very important because there is another area with a giant boulder that we're going to need to use that powder keg for to get into that set area just early on. And you'll probably know what I'm talking about. Like I don't know, maybe in the next episode, probably. All right, so go back over, and it is getting pretty close to the morning of day 2. But we're gonna go ahead and just enter the Gorolition racetrack, and because there's a certain prize that we're definitely gonna need. Well, of course, one prize that we'll need, and then the other one that's actually most important. So, I decided to stay right there for reasons here. I've been waiting for you. See, everyone's restless because they can't wait to enter. You're gonna enter, aren't you? All right, so yep, we're gonna enter the race. You have to. I want to show everyone how Darmy races. If your magic power runs low, charge it with the green jars on the course. Alright, so it is definitely best recommended that you go see the Great Fairy or like turn in the Stray Fairies and get the magic meter upgrade before you start the race. Because, you know, you're going to be doing the rolling Goron, which does drain the magic. They do have all these magic jars all around, the same ones from when we fought Go. So that way there you can actually refill your magic meter, but I would definitely highly recommend that you, or at least highly suggest that you get the magic meter upgrade before you start the Goron race, because you know, since that does drain out the magic meter. So yeah, that's what you want to do first. So basically, that's right here. You know, just race to the finish. You know, just as simple as simple race like that. You know, it's well, I guess almost you can say like a demolition derby. Honestly though, like the AI of the Gorons, it's kind of weird though, like especially the one that goes up forward. And they can be smooth at the same time. There are also some obstacles along the way. And of course, one thing, I made so many attempts because I kept failing in the race quite a bit here. So that's the reason why I had to do a suspend point before going to the race, because of the many attempts I had to do. But yeah, there's like quite a few obstacles. You want to watch for the bomb flowers because you'll get knocked back and then you'll get stunned, and then your opponents will start rolling forward and try to beat you. You also want to watch over the trees that you came along, and there's also the slopes because it will try to slow you down as well, and also those tight inclines that you had to deal with as well. And after that's said and done, then we just got done with the Goron race. I knew you were the fastest Goron Darmy. I was sure you'd get first place. This is from Daddy. It's the prize. All right, and so we have a bottle of gold dust, but more importantly, we have an empty bottle. So another empty bottle that we have with us here. But the gold dust right here, we are definitely going to need to keep with us here because you know, we need to take it for the over to the mountain smithy to upgrade our sword. So yeah, once you turn your sword, you'll actually be swordless, like I've already mentioned beforehand. And so yeah, the first part of the upgrade, it does require 100 rupees per warrior, so that's why I had to do some rupee grinding. Now keep in mind that, you know, the whole sword upgrade actually takes an entire cycle. So that's the reason why they want to go ahead and just turn the Kokiri sword right in there. You can actually do this early if you want to, even while it's caught in a blizzard. Just have to take some hot spring water and then melt the ice from the hearth. But yeah, it does take a full 3-day cycle. Here's the catch, though. You can actually still turn in the sword at any point in day 1, and it actually still counts as if having been forged. Like, it can actually be just as close to the morning of the second day, and they'll still have the sword finish. Speaking of which, we'll go ahead and skip over to the to day 2. I kept you waiting, but it's done. See? All right, and so now we have the Razor Sword, that's sharpened from the Kukuri Sword. This new sharper blade is cut above the rest. Use it up to 100 times without dulling its superior edge. Now, keep in mind that after you use this 100 times, the blade will lose its original edge and will return to its original sharpness. Now, here's a secret. If you bring me gold dust before the sword loses its edge, I'll be able to make it the strongest sword around. Alright, so this is actually where the gold dust comes into play. So yeah, with the basically the Razor Sword, like, I don't really show it off here, but yeah, it does have a limit where you use it up to 100 times, and it does go back to the Kukuri Sword. Which is kind of weird, though. Like, it just goes back to its original edge and, and let alone its shape, so, it's kind of a weird thing. And so, well, don't you already know that I'm going to need to upgrade my sword further because I got gold dust, so... anyway, so as long as you have the gold dust, and thankfully, though, you don't really have to pay the rupees for this one. Like, the only foreign currency is just the gold dust itself. So we're going to go ahead and show it to him here. And then, unlike with the Razor Sword, once he has a sword upgrade further, it's actually going to be a permanent upgrade, so it'll never lose its edge whatsoever. It'll be, like, the best kind of sword. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and reforge that sword here for us. And so we're going to go ahead and skip ahead to the next couple days here once more. Or, oh, actually, you know what? That's right. Do I go over to I forgot what past week was gonna do. I go back over to Clocktown and oh, that's right. I just remembered. So it's actually been quite a long time since I last recorded this episode, and I kind of forgot what it was that I was going to Clocktown for. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I am tired of shit. All right, so the reason why I'm going back to Clocktown is because now that we have now we require Goron Link, there is a mini game that we're going to be doing and that we need to get for a heart piece. And to get the heart piece, you have to be Goron Link. You can't really do that with the other transformation masks. Here's the catch, though. The owner of that minigame will actually charge different kinds of rupees based on the format that Link takes. So go inside here. This here is the treasure chest shop, and speak to that lady over there. She's supposed to be based off the Bombchu minigame. Yeah, hi there, Toots. Alright, so yeah, she's charging us 30 rupees for being a Goron Link, or for being a Goron Link, just calling us fit there. Gee, thanks. So basically what it is that, so for some reason, even though with the highest price, you actually do have to be Goron Link for this one to get the heart piece. For the other forms, you'll just get rupees instead, but like I said, she just charges you depending on what it is, so... if you're a regular Link, she charges 20 rupees, and refers to regular Link as kid collecting masks. And then, if you're a Deku Link, she calls him cute, and charges him 10 rupees. If you're, and there's one more transformation mask that we'll be getting to once we get to the next area, but if you're in that transformation, she'll call Link handsome, and we'll just charge him 5 rupees. So, honestly, yeah, it's kind of weird at the same time, and, well, I mean, with the way she's charging, kind of racist, I would say? I don't want to say that, though, but anyway, that's all we need here. That's all we just came for, is just going there with the, just by getting the heart piece. Yeah, it's kind of expensive here, but, we have to get what we came for, but of course the biggest prize had to be with the most expensive kind of form we had to take. But anyway, so yeah, that was the treasure chest minigame. Yeah, what it was, you had to just, it's basically like a maze where the tiles will start sending upwards like walls, and you just have to go around. But I actually managed to do this in my first try. Like, I did the save state, but yeah, that was actually my very first attempt to get to the end of the, to get to the treasure chest. And then I got the heart piece right then and there. But that chest is always randomized, so is the maze itself, or the maze layout. So you want to keep that in mind as well. Alright, and so with that out of the way, we'll go ahead and skip ahead to day 3, just to do a little jump cut right there. But yeah, to do the, since it's the whole 3-day cycle, you want to make sure that you turn the swords at the right time. Because, if you wait until, like, the second day, then you won't be able to do any upgrades, and you have to start the whole cycle over. But thankfully, though, I managed to get the Snowhead Temple done on day 1, so that I was able to turn in the sword. So let's go back over to the smithy, and so we'll get this latest upgrade here. This is the Gilded Sword, And so with that, newly forged, your sword is better than ever. It will never break. So this is, without doubt, the best upgrade that the sword will ever get. And so it can never re-upgrade. And so why it's the best? Because, you know, this, unlike with a razor sword, let's see, use the muzzle gold dust. So let me guess, you took the powder and you must have snorted it and got high from it. Or just got, like, all cracked up. Okay, that's what he did. But yeah, the yellow sword, it is a permanent upgrade. It will never lose its edge. It never breaks. Stays that way for forever. And even when you start a new cycle over, it'll stay as a yellow sword. So it's basically, you know, it's very much a very powerful sword. You know, it has better attack power, better range as well. Basically, it's basically this it's essentially this game's master sword. Well, yeah, I guess you could probably say there. But it is such a good sword to have here. Definitely, it's such a great upgrade to have. So yeah, so we got all that done, taken care of here, and so I do believe that should be end of the cycle. Now, of course, you know, even though I did say it's basically the Majora's Mask equivalent to the Master Sword, still doesn't really show the sword beams at all. I mean, you know, well, I don't think any of the 3D Zelda games actually do show the sword beams, except for well, I guess Skyward Sword might be an exception when you use the Skyward Strike, but I don't know. And I'm not sure if Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom actually does that as well, but or maybe it doesn't though. I don't know. But anyway, so that was the end of the cycle, and so all that's done over with. And next time, Let's Play Majora's Mask, we are going to do some other optional stuff, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.